It's me, Mario. Hello.
Preston can't play.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody who missed seeing Jeff Hardy at the Funko Pop Store in Seattle, welcome back to a very exciting episode of Preston Can't Play. The one who knew which Hardy was the other Hardy, when that was all I said, asking who the Hardy was, well, that's Preston Black.
Hey,
That's his giggle.
I know Hardee's.
The one that knew that there was one of the Hardys at the Funko Pop store in Seattle, well, that's me, Tom Mitchell.
You missed that?
I missed the one I don't care about.
Oh, okay. As long as it wasn't that guy who was.
Is Matt gonna be there?
I doubt it.
I didn't know Braun Strowman was there a few months ago.
Maybe, but yeah, they go to Funko Pop every time they come through.
That's neat.
Yeah, it's because of Xavier Woods being a huge nerd. He'll like do features on Funkos and like they tour the place and
I don't know who Xavier Woods is.
from New Day.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
He's the one that doesn't wrestle very often.
Yes. For
That's
some
why-
reason, even though he's probably the best one.
Really?
For him. Yeah.
Oh my god, I was watching SmackDown from last week,
Also, I'm gonna go in here.
and they were on that four-way tag team elimination, and was it Kofi Kingston ran up to the mic and was like, yo, can't wait for this match to be over so I can go home and play Kingdom Hearts 3. And it sounds like they turned the mic hella down so you can like barely hear him say it.
That's hilarious.
But the commentators are like, well, you heard him here first, folks. Yeah, he said it right into my microphone.
I appreciate them the most because they just do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah. And just
Seemingly no regard to...
don't ask for permission or forgiveness. Just kind of, it happens.
Yeah.
We're living in a post-that happening world.
Don't ask for forgiveness or permission. Mm-hmm. Just do it and then pretend you didn't do it.
No, just accept that it's never a big deal. It was never a big deal to begin with.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We're back. So what were we talking about with the...
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sports fans of all ages, welcome back to the only WWE recap show within a Let's Play.
recap.
With me, as always, is my co-host, Preston Black.
Oh.
And coming down the aisle now, weighing in at a whopping 2 punches, wearing the
I'm thinking. Jesus.
golden shorts, it's Taun Mitchell. I have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
How much of the commentary is scripted?
Most of it.
Like, are they literally reading from a script, or are they just hitting beats?
I think they have... I think they're hitting beats, but they're hitting a lot of beats.
Okay. In very specific timing?
Yeah. And also they have Vince, like, in their ear.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they have it. They not only do they have a script in their hand, but they also like have a director
Okay.
like on their headset.
So,
Like pretty much like anytime that like Michael Cole isn't talking, he's listening to like something that Vince is saying.
okay.
I think. I mean that's a huge assumption on my part, but like
I know the name of exactly 0 commentators.
Michael Cole is like the main Raw commentator.
On Raw, there's one that tends to side with heels,
Corey Graves.
and I dislike him very much.
Why?
Because every...
sides with heels because he's the
No.
commentator.
Every time the girl commentator says anything, he just says, no, hold on, let me finish my thought here. Why are you interrupting me? Interrupting her in the process.
Yeah.
I've never heard her finish a full sentence without him saying, now hold on, you're just taking sides with him because he's handsomer. Now hold on, you're interrupting me. Now hold on, some bullshit, I'm gonna poop out of my mouth. My mouth is a doo-doo hole. I eat and poop out of the same hole. It's not dissimilar from a cloaca.
I think yeah.
Sounds
I mean
penal.
that's an accurate. I'm dying again. Shit.
I guess I was curious how much of that was his personality and how much of that was them thinking that's a rational thing to have human adults say on international television.
I think it's probably somewhere in the middle. I think that he's playing a character, right?
Right.
Like you have to remember, like he's largely considered by the fan community, or the smart fan community, I should say.
Whoa.
To be
I feel like I'm about to get dunked on.
to be one of the best commentators they've had in a long time, but he's on a leash. So he's the heel commentator, which means
Sexist one?
Which pretty much means that he is there to be a dick as much as possible.
Yeah. And
to put the bad guys over. I think that you would find that if his counterpart were a male, like Byron Saxton was his counterpart, opposite on the other side of Michael Cole for a long time, he talks exactly the same way. It's not specific to Renee Young that he talks over her and is condescending. That's just the personality of the character that he is portraying.
Okay.
Right? But also, would I put it past Vince to say, oh, treat that woman like garbage because that's how you get people to think that you're a bad guy?
Okay.
Absolutely not. So I think it's probably like, there's probably an aspect of it that's by design, but also I think that's just how he is towards the babyface commentator.
Okay.
Regardless of who they are.
All right. Why do both shows have exactly one person that's exactly 1 degree away from being a white male? One of them has a white woman, one of them has a black man. The other two are just white boys.
Circumstance. I think. Renee's hugely popular. And I hate this
that
stage.
voice you just made was adorable.
Renee's usually popular, and they made her the female commentator, the first female commentator on one of their main programs, or in general, I think, because of that. And I think like Byron Saxton used to be a wrestler in NXT.
Okay.
And I think he had, as did Corey Graves, and I think he suffered an injury or was just not good enough. So they were like, well, you can talk, and that's it. So commentator. They do that a lot of times when they get like young guys who are like super bland at wrestling, but can talk.
Yeah, because all the 4 white guys do look exactly the same.
Yeah, they just make them commentators. And some of them come from like Todd Phillips, I think. His like background is just like broadcasts, like sports journalism, and he just happens to work for WWE.
Really?
I think same with Michael Cole, like he just got a job.
Did you just not even watch that box?
I thought it was gonna stop.
You just watch yourself die, bud.
I'm doing this the wrong way. I need to get to the pyramid. Yeah, so they have it's a mixed bag, like, of who they have. But they do have a lot of their, like, back-of-house, like, interviewers are female. I don't think they have any male interviewers right now. Which is new.
I had a thought that completely escaped me.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's just gone.
So yeah. I think that Corey Graves and Renee Young may have like settled on a dynamic between the two of them.
Okay.
And now it's just being emphasized. Because she's very smart and
she's always saying something so much more interesting.
Yeah, and she's very well spoken. And I think they discovered like, not only because there's a difference between these two things, and not only is Renee good at talking in this atmosphere, in this regard, but also she super knows what she's talking about. She's not just like reading off a script, right? She's well educated in the subject matter. So, of course, the natural foil to that is to have some cocky blowhard steamroll you every time you try and get a point across.
Okay.
It's super tired and done, but that's wrestling for you.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Name of the game, bud.
Yeah. I think I have to go to the top. Yeep.
Oh, that was scary.
Kind of flying blind here a little bit. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do in here.
Yeah, I feel like this is the world I've seen the least play of.
Yeah.
It's very foreign to me as well as someone who's never played this game.
Going backwards. I think I have to keep going up. But how do I do that? Ooh. I think, yeah. Sorry.
Are you good, fan?
Did I finish talking about the point that we were discussing?
I love that it's how the recap show always ends with, wait, did I answer the question?
Well, you... Well,
yeah,
oh, God.
I was mostly curious, like, how much of it's scripted, because I hate that dynamic. And he basically told me it's a little bit scripted, but that's just what that dynamic's gonna be.
Yeah.
So, that one's covered.
Yeah, I think that pretty much says everything.
I would like to report to you that there is a third heel I've come to like.
Wow. So, as to recap, who were the first two?
Drew McIntyre.
Uh-huh.
I like that he's just got this raw, all-out energy. He's just trying to push people to their greatest limits. He's not like... He bullies them into becoming better, which I kind of enjoy a little bit. But he's also interesting and badass enough on his own right that I can buy into it.
Mm-hmm.
Samoa Joe. Similarly, he's just got like... He just plays a very good heel. He looks like a heel. He looks like a villain. I didn't like his and Jeff Hardy's narrative where he's like, you used to have a drinking problem, now I'm gonna bully you forever about it. But the way that he just like started attacking people before the Rumble, trying to like improve his odds, like trying to warn them about what's gonna happen once they're in the ring with him. I thought that was kind of a fun narrative. And I've come to like Shinsuke Nakamura because he's the closest character I've seen to just being an anime villain. Or he's just kind of like evil for the sake of being evil. I don't think he has an end goal. It seems like he barely even cares about having a title. He just wants to be better than other people.
Yeah.
And if that other person happens to have a title, cool, I'm gonna do whatever I can to win that title.
Yeah. I think that's interesting because I think there's an issue right now with how they're treating him in general and also that title. God, fuck. Oh, I hate this. This is why you don't hear about this stage.
Oh, we fucked. Preston, we fucked.
It restarted itself again a minute ago.
The recording?
Yeah, it was like... There it is.
We're having some exciting...
I'm gonna stop it and start it again.
Cool.
Because I'm not positive that it's still going. And then I'm probably gonna restart my computer in the meantime. Because that might be the issue. Anyway, so... Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, like... They've kind of like buried that title a little bit, but the aspect of Shinsuke Nakamura that he like doesn't care about the title, it kind of makes it interesting to me because it makes it feel like, well, that's why you never really hear about the U.S. title since he's got it, or and why he doesn't like actively defend it.
Yeah,
it's just because like he doesn't. Excuse me, he doesn't care about it. It's kind of it's kind of fun for me to think of it like that. I don't necessarily think that's what their intention is, but
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen R-Truth wrestle was this last week when he was defending against him and Rusev. And I didn't really get the impression he's a very good wrestler. It definitely seems like a gimmicky thing they're going for. But
Shinsuke?
No, R-Truth.
Oh. Yeah. He's old.
Is he old?
Yeah, he's like in his mid-late 40s.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never really been super interested by his character. Because I've really only seen him come out for the 6-second dance break.
Right. He's been like an undercard like comedy character for a long time. Like his whole like shtick is that he's like super acrobatic. But since he's been around since like the late 90s, it's like it's kind of played out and you don't really see him that much.
Okay.
And I don't know. And they just settled up, like they discovered that he's hilarious and they were like, oh, let's just do that all the time. But like the thing about comedy characters is they hardly ever like really properly get over. So once someone becomes a comedy character, that's kind of like the end of their trajectory.
Oh no.
Unless they like, you know, get rebranded or something. But the dance breaks and his whole teaming with Carmella has really like revitalized like his career for the moment, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, dog.
But yeah, he's fine.
Do you have any calls to make as we're heading towards Elimination Chamber?
Well, I haven't. Jesus, I haven't.
What's going on, dog?
This is nice. Thanks, Nintendo 64.
Yo, if you guys are in the market for just purchasing actual garbage, something that you should throw away immediately, might I interest you in the Nintendo 64 controller?
Ah, there it is.
Which is what I'm blaming for what's happening right now.
Oh, no, that was a camera thing. That wasn't the controller.
I blame the controller.
The Mad Cat's controller, Taun? It's never done anything wrong.
But any Elimination Chamber calls?
Oh yeah, so I haven't, oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know the full ticket.
I don't really even, either, and I don't know if it's been established. And I haven't finished Raw this week, and I haven't watched SmackDown either. As far as the only thing that I really know about is the Women's Tag Elimination Chamber, and then the SmackDown Championship Elimination Chamber, which I'm expecting Daniel Bryan to win.
Because you're wrestling.
It's the Elimination Chamber. You're new to this.
Yeah.
So the Elimination Chamber it's actually a really cool match stipulation. It's a cage, and inside of the cage are like plexiglass like cells.
Okay.
So the match starts with 2 people in the ring, and then all the remaining 4 people are in one of the cells.
So the tag teams are just gonna be like smushed in there?
Yeah.
That'll be funny.
They're big cells. They're not like tiny. You can fit like 2 or 3 people in there.
It's still gonna be funny.
Yeah. And then every 5 minutes, I want to say,
Okay.
one of the cells is opened at random.
Okay.
And then and besides that, it's an elimination match.
Okay.
So
last one standing.
yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly. How are we doing for time here?
We're at time.
Cool. Well, that was Shifting Sandland, and I'm not going back there ever again.
Hooray! Welcome to our hell, everyone.
Yeah.
Join us, won't you?
Pressing and play. Continue.